In the house, Barry Sanders and Thurman Thomas built and T. Boone Pickens financed. Welcome to Stillwater, Oklahoma, home of the Cowboys, where the paddle people are ready to open up a can. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will kick it away first. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The offense set for a first down play. They'll give it to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Trying to pick it up on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. And he's running in the open. The 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped that one off with some flair and some juice, a 72-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll leave it with him. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's going to make a statement today.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He's right on target. Still running at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes on the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not a lot of daylight, he gets 1 to the 32.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Cowboys will call on their punt team. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish.
He lobs one high down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. It's almost as if he's racing against himself out there. This speed, dare I say, is Galloway-esque.
Yes, definitely can fly. And it
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. That touchdown grab, the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Strikes the blow. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Back open in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Cowboys want to move quickly.
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
Runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Using the quick game. Oh, what a move! Touchdown, Oklahoma State. What a grab and go for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had peeled off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Across the 25, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Oklahoma State 14, Ohio State 7.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
2nd down coming up.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Running back goes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Ball in the air, intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
At the 40, there he goes. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. He's going to pass. Looking for the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up for the PAT. And it's perfect. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Got his man downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
But when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the 1st down.
The Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
They'll give it to him again. Open space at the 25. Oh, look out, there he goes. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Release to the back. Quick completion on the out. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score.
14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Loss of one. Second down coming up.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Timeout, Ohio State.
And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They'll try the run. Powers through the defender. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Trying to get behind the defense. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
One more play before the teams head to the locker room. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Might be looking to run. Still running at the 40. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Cowboys will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Roll that offense back out there. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Leaves it with the back. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Buying some time as he moves left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. The give on the inside. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll throw it on first down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Got a man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Finds his target down the middle. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Now on second down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the Cowboys are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
3rd inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop, and you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. He wants to take the top off. And he's got it inside the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys! Getting set for the point after. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Single back formation, and they give it to it. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Buys a little time with his feet. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that 4th down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big 4th down conversion.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The play action fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
That's a really nice throw. You think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go. He's playing at a high level.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's complete to the left. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. This time he's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the right. It's caught. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Love what they did there, putting a big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there and let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Finds the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
And the Cowboys look to keep this drive humming. Going with the ground game left. At the 40, there he goes. Big play for this offense, and they get it to the 32.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
At the 20, he's got space. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
And now this offense on 1st and goal has a chance to break the tie late. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there getting set. Fair catch, called for and made. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Quick completion to the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Give to the back. On the move at the 30. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. He's looking to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Using his feet to buy time. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Here's the handoff. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Scrambling away. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fires into the end zone. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for two? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
And now they're going to go for two and the possible win, and this crowd rises up to try to make it tough. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
They did the right thing by going for two to try to make this a field goal game, but the defense comes up with a stop. Not a lot of time left now, but there is still a chance. There's a window of opportunity. They only need a field goal now to pull this one out.
He breaks a tackle.
And how about that? That is why you practice onside kicks all season long, for this exact moment. They're able to execute it, they retain possession, and now a field goal puts them ahead late.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, that one fell incomplete, but they know they're only one big completion away here from getting that field goal they need so bad. They have time to get a first down, clock it, or use the sideline to stop the clock and put them in position to win this game.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete, and the final